Imagine a shiny coin gleaming in the sunlight. That object, which looks seemingly simple, holds tremendous power. A symbol of value, freedom, and control. Power to have something. The power of having someone to your bidding. Money, my friend, is a fascinating creation of humanity. Simultaneously impressive and perplexing. Money is man's greatest invention, or should I say, money is man's greatest illusion. Money is a funny thing, isn't it? Unlike tangible marvels, money is immaterial. It's just an idea floating around in our heads. Yet, despite its intangible nature, money holds incredible sway over our lives. It's like a collective hallucination where we've all agreed to assign value to scraps of paper, shiny coins, or numbers on a screen. But just because money is a bit of a mind trick doesn't mean it's any less important. Before we cooked up the concept of money, we were stuck in a barter system, a wild world where people traded goods and services directly, no strings attached. So let's say I've got a herd of cattle and you've got a mountain of veggies. If I want a salad, I gotta hand over a cow. If you need a tent, well, you better be prepared to trade me something hefty. Now, here's where it gets messy, the asymmetry. Imagine being a tent maker, trading away your cozy shelters for a measly pair of shoes. Talk about feeling ripped off. And don't even get me started on the waiting game, hoping for that rare moment when two people magically need exactly what the other has to offer at the same time. Spoiler alert, it rarely happened, and when it did, it was about as efficient as herding cattle. But that's where our modern day money swoops in to save the day. It's not just a way to swap stuff, it's also a nifty little vault where we can stash our wealth for safekeeping. Before money, some folks couldn't catch a break. They had no way to store their hard-earned goodies without risking it all. Let's imagine two folks. There's the farmer, known for his juicy tomatoes, and then there's the tent maker, crafting cozy shelters for weary travelers. Now, the tent maker, he's got it made. He can build a whole village of snug abodes and trade them year-round for whatever he needs. Smart move, right? But here's the catch. The farmer's not so lucky. His tomatoes, they're only good when they're in season, and once they're ripe, they're as fleeting as a summer breeze. So, while he's putting in the same sweat and toil as the tent maker, he's stuck in a cycle of seasonal wealth. And then there's the problem of having something nobody wants. Nowadays, we're told to find our niche in business to cater to a specific crowd. But back in the day, that advice would have left you high and dry. The real winners were those with goods everyone craved, like weapons, animal skins, or even swords. And because everybody wanted those hot ticket items, they became the go-to currency for trading. Hello, commodity money. So instead of swapping goods and services directly, people started using common items like salt or shells as stand-ins for value. It was like saying, hey, I owe you one with a handful of shells. And these makeshift IOUs, they were gold. Well, not literally, but you get the idea. They made trading smoother, faster, and way less complicated. But for these stand-ins to work, they had to be rare. Think about it. If everyone had a mountain of shells lying around, they'd be about as valuable as, well, sand. That's why things like shells or beads became the go-to currency. They were scarce enough to hold some weight in the trading game. Back in 770 BC, in the bustling markets of ancient China, something revolutionary happened: the birth of metal coins. Imagine it, tiny replicas of tools and treasures crafted with care and cast in gleaming bronze. These weren't just trinkets, they were symbols of wealth, status, and power. And let me tell you, these coins were a game changer. No more scouring beaches for shiny shells or trading clunky commodities. Bronze was scarce, valuable, and finally gave money some real weight. Literally. At first, money was just smoke and mirrors. It was solid gold or silver or bronze. The value of a coin was as simple as weighing it on a scale. But then, as history loves to do, things got complicated. Kings and rulers realized the power money held. They could control economies, armies, and even empires with a flick of a coin. So, they did what any power-hungry ruler would do. They started minting their own money. Ious, king of Lydia, was the OG of official money minting. He slapped images on coins to show their value and started the trend of slimming down coins and mixing cheaper metals to churn out more cash. But here's where the plot thickens. The more coins flooded the market, the less they were actually worth. It was like a magic trick gone wrong. The illusion of money was born. Suddenly, a coin wasn't worth its weight in gold. It was worth whatever the ruler said it was worth. Fast forward to modern times, and we've traded metal for paper. International trade made hauling around heavy coins a hassle, so kings and governments started issuing IOUs instead. These fancy pieces of paper were like promissory notes from the king himself, and people trusted them just as much as gold. But the value of these IOUs, or fiat currency as we fancy folk call it, isn't backed by shiny metal anymore. It's backed by belief, by trust, by the collective illusion that this piece of paper is worth something. Take, for example, the 10,000 Singapore dollar note. Sure, it's just a piece of paper, but it's worth a pretty penny, literally. And all because we believe it is. It's the ultimate magic trick, the illusion of money where value is just a figment of our imagination. Now let's talk about the sneaky business of inflation. Now, suppose if the government decides it needs $340 million for a fancy new jet, so what do? They whip out the old printing press and start churning out bills faster than you can say money for nothing. But here's the catch. When you flood the market with more money than there are goods and services to go around, you've got a recipe for trouble. Prices start creeping up, the value of your hard-earned cash starts sliding down, and suddenly your dollar just ain't what it used to be. Take 2020, for example, a year that felt like a bad dream for the whole world. With economies grinding to a halt and businesses shuttering left and right, governments went into overdrive, printing money like there was no tomorrow, and guess what? Now, we're swimming in more cash than ever before, with 40% of the US dollar printed in just the last 18 months. That's some serious paper pushing. But here's where it gets real. All that extra cash sloshing around means that prices are starting to climb. You've probably noticed it at your local diner, maybe a guac a bit pricier, or your favorite brew costs a few cents more. It might not seem like much, but it's a sign of things to come. And while those stimulus checks might seem like a lifeline for struggling folks, they're a double-edged sword. Sure, they put cash in your pocket, but they also fuel inflation and mess with the job market. Why bust your hump for minimum wage when you can kick back and collect unemployment instead? And let's not forget the Federal Reserve, the puppet master pulling the strings behind the scenes. With their magic printing press, they're pumping trillions into the economy, propping up banks, businesses, and bigwigs alike. But now, every new dollar they create steals a bit of value from the ones already in your wallet. It's like a slow-motion heist, with your purchasing power slipping away by the day. So what's a savvy investor to do? Well, for starters, don't stash your cash under the mattress. Instead, put it to work in assets that beat inflation at its own game. Think stocks, real estate, maybe even a little gold for good measure, because while the dollar might be on a downward spiral, these assets keep on climbing. But it's all smoke and mirrors, a grand illusion we're all buying into. Even the stock market with its record-breaking highs is just playing along with the same dying currency. So next time you check your bank balance, remember, the only way to win this game is to see through the illusion and play by your own rules. Well, that's it for today. Do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for regular updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.